Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we are Backyard Musings broadcasting live Apple Valley, California.
Science and Technology Channel.
Yes, we are. Okay. Masters of none.
Experts of none. Experts of none. But we're the messengers.
Yes. Tunisian startup Bioheat is transform. That's my British pronunciation. Tunisian.
Okay.
Instead of Tunisia. That's how we would pronounce it. Transforming olive waste into valuable clean energy briquettes. These briquettes help curb deforestation while serving as a sustainable alternative to imported fuel, Xplore reported. That's the startup company. The company addresses a massive waste problem in Tunisia, which is expected to be the world's third largest olive oil producer this season. Third largest. You'd think Israel would be the largest, right? That's what you think.
Tunisia's on it, I guess.
Yep. After extracting olive oil, mills are left with enormous amounts of thick paste that traditionally goes unused or is burned inefficiently. Would you like to know more?
So briquettes. So you could use this in your Weber, right? Crank up the Weber and
what's a Weber?
Your barbecue.
Oh yeah, you could do that, or the pit, fire pit,
open up
or in your
fire pit.
Your to keep warm. You know.
I wonder what it smells like.
Anyway. Olive oil.
Okay. Engineer Yassine Khalifi founded Bioheat in 2022 after growing up watching workers in the olive mills use this residue as fuel. Quote, I always wondered how this material could burn for so long without going out, Khalifi told Xplore. Again, quote, that's when I asked myself, why not turn it into energy? The technology wasn't readily available, so Khalifi spent 4 years developing his own machine. After traveling across Europe in search of solutions and coming up empty-handed, he returned to Tunisia to build the equipment. By 2021, he had created a system that compresses olive waste into cylindrical briquettes with just 8% moisture content. The system produces less carbon pollution than traditional firewood, which often contains more than double the moisture even after months of drying.
Yeah, so I immediately thought of, the 10 virgins, with oil in their lamps. It was olive oil.
Right.
It wasn't whale blubber.
Right.
It's olive oil, so that burns,
Yeah, but I mean, you're thinking of like a little flame out of a lamp, like a candle, right?
But this briquette is
putting off some
heat. Yeah, and some energy for a while. It's like coal almost.
Right. And it burns a long time.
Yeah.
So
coal does too, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever burn coal?
I have
We
not.
did that at hunting camp. We brought up coal. It burns hot and it burns long. All right. The innovation couldn't come at a better time for Tunisia, which imports more than 60% of its energy. Now we don't do that anymore. We are energy independent.
Right.
We used to import 100% the last 4 years.
Even though we didn't have to.
We didn't have to. Right. That's a good point. This dependency strains the country's economy. It also leads to fuel and gas shortages during winter, especially in the Northwest, where families struggle to keep warm.
Quote, this is what we need today, Khalifi said, per Xplore. Local businesses are already enjoying the benefits. Take guest house owner Salim Shali, who switched from firewood to Bioheat briquettes for heating and cooking. Quote, it's an eco-friendly and cost-effective alternative, told Xplore. Quote, again, it's clean, it's easy to use, and it has reduced my heating costs by a third.
Nice.
That's huge.
That's huge, yeah. Plus, you're not chopping down trees where you'd have to regrow a tree.
Right.
It's just olives.
And I'm all about the coal countries, the coal states of our country. They've taken some hits over the last couple decades, but if this can be an alternative.
I wonder if they put the pits in there too. They just leave the pits in there and it just burns
everything.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a paste, they must grind it all up, the pits and everything. Yeah. Pizza shop owner Mohammed Harar noted another advantage. This waste carries the soul of Tunisian olives and gives the pizza a special flavor. So it does have a smell to it or whatever. He also appreciates how the briquettes produce less smoke than traditional wood, preventing complaints from neighbors. It's a win-win-win.
Yeah. And so you could, let's say you had a coal mine, you could figure out a way to plant a bunch of olive trees and start just growing olive trees or olives just for this type of
Well, no, it'd be
heat, right?
You do it for the oil and for the heat.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
double dip.
yeah,
there, Scott.
you're gonna
Might
use
as
you're
well.
gonna use the oil so you can sell the
Yeah,
oil,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
turn around and use the waste. Yeah, so
we
then
should do that, man. We're out here in the desert. We should do that.
do olive trees grow? I know olive trees grow
Like,
fairly well
in Israel. I mean, come
that's
on,
true.
right?
That's true.
Let's do it.
Side hustle.
Yeah.
We're making so much money on YouTube, so we don't have
We're
time.
not making any money.
The cleanest home heating and alternative is electricity from renewable sources. But for regions without those options, innovations such as the briquettes offer significant environmental benefits by reducing the production of air pollution from traditional firewood burning.
Win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Right?
As long as it doesn't smell. That's the only
Well,
concern I have.
it does smell, but it's good for the pizzas. It's
Oh,
a good smell.
It smells good. Okay.
It's a good smell.
Okay.
You know, I got a cherry tree. Maybe we take the cherry pits and we paste that and turn it into
maybe you could use
briquettes.
cherries. Yeah.
Know what I'm
Or
saying?
anything with a plum, right?
Peach pits, plum
yeah.
pits.
Plum, yeah.
Send me your pits, everyone. Send me your pits. We'll take them.
Your wife's going to enjoy that.
Agriculture expert Nourendine Nasser pointed out that Tunisia produces around 600,000 tons of olive waste annually.
Wow.
Quote, that's a lot. Harnessing this waste can protect the environment, create jobs, and generate wealth, he explained. I thought that was a woman. Huh. He explained per Xplore. Bioheat isn't the only organization looking for clever ways to repurpose waste. The United States-based company Trashy, with an IE, Trashy, is helping individual consumers turn textile and e-waste into perks. These creative solutions put money back in your pocket.
You know, that's a great... What happens to clothes that don't get used and they get thrown away?
You take them to Goodwill.
Well, yeah, but what do they do with them eventually? I mean, what happens to those clothes? Yeah, I mean, hopefully they don't end up in a landfill. Anyway, Bioheat employs 10 people, which is a pretty small company, and hopes to produce 600 tons of briquettes in 2025, with about 60% destined for France and Canada.
Nice.
Despite funding challenges that Khalifi described as walking on a road full of potholes.
Well, he's pioneering this. I can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He remains committed to his vision. Quote, my goal is to leave my mark as a key player in Tunisia's transition to clean energy, Khalifi told Xplore, and hopefully the world's too.
This is awesome. That's a cool feel-good story. Yeah,
definitely. Cool
entrepreneur.
Story. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and doing good for the environment, for all you...
Taking waste and turning it into something good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Get rid of stuff.
Conservation, law of conservation, right?
Yep.
We love it. If you guys have ideas about that, let us know and we'll take your idea and we'll profit from it.
Yeah. Take your pits.
Take care,
everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later. You must understand my dry humor by now.